Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got some more pre-1961 bats. And this is the final game of a two-game series between the Cubs and the Braves. Can the Braves sweep the Cubbies here in Milwaukee? Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs. Leading off, playing first base, Phil Coverton. Batting second, playing right field, Reed Stevenson. Batting third, playing left field, Hack Wilson. Batting fourth, playing center field, Kiki Kyler. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Gabby Harnett. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Ernie Banks. Batting seventh, playing third base, Woody English. Batting eighth, playing second base, Billy Herman. And batting ninth and doing the pitching is Clark Griffith. For your hometown Milwaukee Braves, leading off, playing left field, Hugh Duffy. Batting second, playing second, Bill Sweeney. Batting third, playing right field, Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing third base, Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth, rather, playing third base, Eddie Matthews. Batting fifth, playing first base, Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, playing center field, Wally Berger. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, Dave Bancroft. Batting eighth and doing the catching, Dal Crandall. And on the mound, batting ninth, Lefty Taylor. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game started. And Phil Carpenter's batting a .167 with no homers and one RBI. He's going to up against Lefty Taylor. And Tyler, this is his second appearance. He's 1-0 with a 4.05 ERA. And here's the first pitch of the game. And that's going to be a base on balls. Phil walks on down to first. What you want to see here in Milwaukee. And it brings up Stevenson now, batting .269. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Riggs. And against a lefty. It's going to make him a 13, and that's going to be a single in the right field. And Phil's going to stop at second with nobody out. Brings up Hack Wilson now. First two batters get aboard here for the Cubbies. Can Lefty get a ground ball? Excuse me, as you see Chicago and Milwaukee's record. Chicago's 3-4. They've scored 22 runs, hit 7 homers, no stolen bases, and haven't been caught. And the Milwaukee Braves are 5-3, 52 runs scored, 13 homers, no stolen bases, and haven't been caught. Here's the pitch to Hack Wilson, batting a .120, 1 homer and 5 RBIs. The Braves would love to see a ground ball double play, but that's not going to happen because that ball is high, that ball is far, that ball is out of here. Check here. And we're going to make one change after this homer. It's a 3-run shot and still nobody out here in the top of the first. Sorry about this, guys. Guys and girls, children of all ages. Change lefties here. Where's lefty at? And that should be a BK, not an L. BK0. And BK. Save that and get back to the game. And like I say, just like that, it's 3-0 Chicago. What a difference a day makes. Still nobody out. Lefty now facing Kiki Kyler. He's batting a $115, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Eddie Matthews. That'll finally be out number 1. Tyler bounces back from the 3-run homer and gets it out. Gabby Harnett's up now, batting a $143, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Berger in center. Now there's 2 outs. And Mr. Cubby himself, Ernie Banks, is up batting a $160. And that's going to be a ground ball again down to Matthews. That'll end the inning, but not until the Cubbies score 3 on the 3-run homer by Wilson. And you got the Braves due up here in the bottom of the first, Duffy, Sweeney, and Aaron. And Duffy's batting .367, no homers and 5 RBIs, going up against Clark Griffith. His second start of the year. He's 1-0 with a 1 ERA. Here's the pitch to Duffy. And Duffy laces this in the right field. That'll bounce off the wall. And the Braves got a leadoff double. This might be a high-scoring affair here, folks. So the Braves got a runner down in scoring position. Alrighty, and I'll bring up Mr. Sweeney. Sweeney's batting .235 on the year, 1 homer and 3 RBIs. Alrighty, here's the pitch to Sweeney, and that's going to be a 9 against the righty, 21. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. 54 on a 2. 54 on a 2. That'll be fielding column 2. And that'll get the runner down to third. He'll fire over to first. So the Braves got a runner at third, 90 feet away for Henry Aaron. And Hank is batting .323. 4 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. And Eddie Matthews, first and third now. Only 1 down. Look at that G still. G only with 2 outs behind by 1 1/8. So Matthews is up now. Matthews hitting .286, 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a ball for the Matthews. And Griffiths now has walked. The base is loaded. Duffy with that leadoff double, and now he's walked 2 batters. And here was the man for yesterday. Mr. Joe Adcock had 2 homers yesterday. 5 RBIs, batting .421, 3 homers total, and 8 RBIs. Can he do it here again today, folks? And that's going to be a swing and a miss. A big strikeout by Griffith. The walk and the base is loaded. It's up to Wally Berger here. Get a base hit here and get the Braves back in this game. Berger batting .111. A homer and an RBI. And that's not going to get her done. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. He's going to step on the bag himself, and that's going to end the inning, folks. The Braves strand the bases loaded, leave 3 on. We get to the top of the second. It is 3-0 Chicago. We got the bottom part of the order due up here. English, Herman, and Griffith. Woody English is batting .130 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Berger in center field for out number 1. Billy Herman up now. And Billy is batting .154. No homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bancroft at short for out number 2. That brings up Clark Griffith now. Griffith is over 2 on the year. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. He gets this one. Tattoos this ball into left field. And that's going to be a triple for Griffith because we don't need no stinking DH. Just like that, the Cubbies now with 2 outs. Got a runner down at third. 4. Carvington. Phil, he walked his first time up, came around the score. And that's going to be a pop up in the left field, I believe. Let's see here. 9, 17, 19, 21, 28, 33, 38. And I'll make it 41 there. So if that's a fly ball in the left field, and that'll end the inning. Cubby strand 1. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Bancroft, Dale Crottle, and Tyler due up here. Bancroft is batting .231, no homers, and 4 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound, I think. Yep, back to the mound. 32 on a 2 is probably going to be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's a nice play by Griffith. He grabs that ball, fires over to first to get Bancroft. See Milwaukee's upcoming schedule. They got 2 games against Cincinnati at home. Then they go on the road to play Brooklyn. Dale Crawdell is batting .235, no homers, and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dale strikes out. So it's up to Lefty to get aboard here. Tyler is 0 for 2 on the year. And he's going to be 0 for 3 as that ball's hit down the second. 1, 2, 3 goes to Braves in the second. To the top of the third we go. Stevenson, Wilson, and Kyler due up. Stevenson singled and came around the score in that first inning. That'll be a fly ball out to Wally in center for out number 1. Here comes the man of the hour right now, Hack Wilson, with that 3-run homer. Here's the pitch to Hack. And that's a swing and a miss. And Lefty gets him out this time. Kiki Tyler's up now. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to third. And that'll be a fly ball out to left. The Cubbies go down 1, 2, 3. To the bottom of the third we go. Top of the order up though. And you can see Chicago's batting .158 on the year with an on-base percentage of .245, a slugging percentage of .304, and an on OPS of .559. The Braves are batting .267, an on-base percentage of .323, a slugging percentage of .429, and an OPS of .753. Duffy, he doubled first time up. That's going to be a fly ball out to Stevenson in right field for out number 1. Brings up Sweeney now. And Sweeney grounded out to the pitcher's first time up. And that's going to be a against 21. That's going to be a ground ball back to Griffith again. And another good play by Griffith to get Sweeney out. 2 down here in the third. Here comes the hammer. And Hanks walked his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty. 22. That's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Wilson makes the catch. And the Braves go down 1, 2, 3 again. To the top of the fourth we go. Harnett, Banks, and English. Gabby, he flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play of 56 on the 38. And that's going to be strike 1 on Harnett. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And against the lefty, making a 10 and a 9. Yep. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Nice play by Wally out there. Robs Gabby of a base hit. Up to the plate now is Mr. Cub. Ernie Banks grounded out to third his first time up. That's going to be another ground ball down the third. Matthews got it. Fires over to Adcock for out number 2. Can English keep this inning alive? He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball to center. And that'll do it for the Cubbies. To the bottom of the 4th we go. We got Matthews, Joe Adcock rather, and Berger. And Eddie, he walked his first time up. And not this time. Eddie gets a hold of this one, folks. How far is this one going to travel? And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Riggs gets over there quickly, holds Matthews to a single. Brings up Joe Adcock now. And Joe, he struck out his first time up with the bases loaded. Can he do something this time? And he does, folks. Joe squares this one up. And that ball is driven into right field for a double. Question is, will Matthews come around the score? Riggs don't have a very good arm out there. That'll be a 42. 23. 23. 45 or lower Matthews scores here, folks. And he's in there. So an RBI double by Matthews. And it is now 3-1 Cubbies. And that'll bring up Mr. Wally Berger now with a runner down at second in scoring position. Berger reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Actually, it's going to be a pop-up down the short. Banks makes the catch for out number 2. It's up to Dave Bancroft to deliver here. Make this a 1-run ball game. They grounded out to Griffith his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty, a 19. That's going to be a single in the right. And with 2 outs, Joe Adcock, not much speed, but they're going to be sending him. And that'll be a 54 in the right field. And again, Riggs not much of an arm out there. 28. Joe Adcock slower than molasses. 30. And 50. What is it? A 56 or lower. He's safe at home. And he's safe. An RBI single by Bancroft makes this a 1-run ball game. It is now 3-2 Chicago. And a runner down at first for Dale. And he is 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. Can Dale come through here? Dave with good speed down at first. And that'll be a fly ball out to Wilson. He makes the catch. But the Braves scored 2. Makes it a 3-2 ball game as we go to the top of the 5th. We got the bottom part of the order due up here. Is that only 2 outs? So Tyler's up. Sorry, that's only 2 outs. Ground ball. The second was what Lefty did. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. And now it's 3-2 as we go to the top of the 5th. And we got Herman, Griffith, and then back to the top in Phil. Billy grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball over to Sweeney at second. Over to Adcock for out number 1. That'll bring up Clark Griffith. He tripled his first time up, folks, because we don't need no stinking DHs. Here's the pitch to Clark. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Matthews. He fires across the diamond to Joe. 2 up and 2 down. And let's see if Phil can get on board. He's walked. came around the score and flew out the right. And that's going to be another base on balls with 2 outs. The Cubbies got a runner down at first in a 1-run ball game. Rick Stevenson's up now. E22. What's an E? 22. I'd only make him a 5. I'd make him a 17. He's staying put. Going to get Riggs a chance here to hit. Riggs is singled, came around the score and flew out the center. And that's going to be against the righty, against the lefty rather. 13 on a 10. 13 on a 10. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. And Phil's going to make it down the third easily. All this coming out with 2 outs. So first and third. And not who you want up if you're a Braves fan. He has a 3-run homer already in this game. Mac Wilson. He is 1 for 2. He struck out his other time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And he'll go to, let's see here, ground ball down the second. And he'll go to short way over to short to end the inning. The Cubbies strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 1-run ball game, 3-2 Chicago. We got Duffy, Sweeney, and Aaron, the top of the order due up here. Duffy has doubled and flew out the right. And that's going to be another fly ball out the right field. 1 down here in the 5th. Brings up Sweeney now. Bill is 0 for 2. He's hit 2 hard shots back up the middle. Griffith has filled in his position nicely and has robbed Bill of 2 base hits. And this one's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Kyler's got it for out number 2. So it's up to the hammer here. Get something going in the 5th. He is 0 for 1. He's walked and flown out the left. And that's going to be a rare play of 40 on a 63. And that's going to be ball strike 1 to Hank. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that'll end the inning as English fires over to Phil. 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. To the 6th inning we go. Kiki Kyler, Gabby Harnan, and Ernie Banks up. Kyler's 0 for 2, grounded out and flown out. As you see, Chicago's upcoming schedule. They got 2 games in Chicago against the Dodgers, and then they go back on the road to Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's the pitch to Kiki, and that's going to be a fly ball out to his counterpart in center, Wally, for out number 1. Gabby up now. He is 0 for 2. He's flown out to center twice. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Gabby's aboard here with a 1-out single. That brings up Ernie Banks now. And Banks is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the third twice. And that's going to be against the 17. That is going to be a nice play down at second. Down at short, rather. Can they turn 2? That is the question. They'll get the lead runner, but won't be able to double up Ernie. He's too fast. So that'll be a 6-4 put out. English is up now with Banks down at first. And Banks is, English rather, is 0 for 2. He's flown out the center twice. And that's going to be against the 17. That's going to be a pop-up down the short. Matter of fact, I got the swing and a miss. He strikes him out. That'll end the inning, folks. And the Cubbies strand another. We go to the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, Matthews, Adcock, and Berger. Eddie is 1 for 1. He has walked and singled, came around the score. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this ball going to travel, folks? That is the question. Against the righty, 20. And that ball hits off the top of the wall, out in right field. Just missed it. Just missed a home run. Matthews standing down at second, almost tied this ball game up, folks. The Braves got the tying run in scoring position with nobody out. And here comes Joe Adcock. He is on fire. He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI. He doubled and struck out. Can he deliver again? Matthews down at second. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikes Adcock out. Wally Berger's up now. Wally deliver here. He has reached on a fielder's choice and popped up to short as Ken Castro joins us. And that's going to be another ground ball. Pop up down the short. And that's quick 2 outs all of a sudden after Matthews just misses the home run. It's up to Dave Bancroft to tie this game up. He has a RBI single his last time up. Can he do it again? And no, that's a fly ball out the Riggs in right field. The Braves strand the leadoff double. We go to the top of the 7th, 3-2 Chicago. We got Herman, Griffith, and then Phil due up here. And Billy is 0 for 2, grounded out to second and short. And that's going to be it's the 17, a fly ball out the left field. Duffy's got it for out number 1. Up to the plate now steps Clark. And Clark Griffiths is 1 for 2. He's tripled and grounded out the third. And he gets a hold of this. He drives this ball into right field, and Aaron makes a nice catch, robs Griffith of his second hit. Nice play out there by Henry Aaron. We're back to the top of the order. And Phil is 0 for 1. He's walked twice, came around the score, and flown out to right field. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Sweeney at second. And that'll end the inning. Cubbies go down 1-2-3. 7th inning stretch time, folks. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 3-2 Chicago. Got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Braves. Dale, and then a pitch hitter for Lefty. And back to Hugh Duffy, top of the order. Dale Crottle has struck out and flown out the left. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Out number 1 here. That'll be it for Lefty. Braves need some base runners here, down by 1. See who's going to come out of the dugout here against Griffith. And Tommy Holmes is going to come out of the dugout, try to get on base here, get the tying run on. As Legend Sports Universe joins us, folks. Check out his great channel. Where's Tommy at here? There's Tommy Holmes. Tommy's batting .318 with no homers and 3 RBIs. Can Tommy get aboard here, folks? And that's going to be a ground ball down to English at third. That'll be out number 2. So back to Hugh Duffy here. Can Duffy get a 2-out rally started? Duffy's 1 for 3 with a double, and he's flown out the right the other 2 times. And this one's not going to be a fly ball in the right caught. This one's going to split the gap. And Duffy's got his second double of the game. So now the tying runs in scoring position. Duffy's great speed. Let's see what we can do here. Sweeney is 0 for 3. He's grounded out to the pitcher twice and flown out the center. And that's going to be a ground ball down to short. Banks fires over to first. The Braves lead a runner down in scoring position. To the 8th inning we go. See who's going to come out here and pitch. You got the righties due up here. Let's see here. They're going to go with. See who they're going to go with. Keep this a one-run game. The Braves bullpen is not that deep, folks. Not that deep. Let's see here. It looks like Vic Wills is going to come out of the bullpen, try to keep this a one-run game. This is Vic's third appearance of the year. He's 1-0. Hasn't given up a run yet. He'll be facing Stevenson, Wilson, and Kyler. Stevenson's 2 for 3, having a nice game here. He singled twice, flew out the center. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So there's an insurance run down at first for the Cubbies. That'll bring up Hack Wilson, who's driven in all 3 runs today. A 3-run homer in the first. And he struck out and reached on a fielder's choice his other 2 times up. And he ain't wasting no time with this one. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit far. That ball is out of here, folks. Home run number 2 by Hack Wilson. It's Hack Wilson 5, Braves 2. It's the Hack Wilson show like it was a Joe Adcock show. Now we got Kiki Kyler up. He is 0 for 3. Nobody out and nobody on. As Vic is not getting the job done here today. Here's the pitch for Kiki Kyler. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He bounces back from the strikeout. From the home run and gets a strikeout. Here comes Gabby now. Harnett's 1 for 3. He's flown out the center twice and singled. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Sweeney at second. That's 2 outs now after the homer. Brings up Ernie Banks. And Banks, he's struggling. He's 0 for 3 today. 2 ground balls. The third and reached on the fielder's choice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Vic, after giving up the 2-run homer, settles down. But it's a 5-2 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 8th. We got Aaron Matthews and Joe Adcock up here. Hank's 0 for 2. He's walked, flown out the left, and grounded out the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Herman at second for out number 1. Now we got Eddie Matthews up. Eddie's 2 for 2 today. He has walked, singled, and doubled. Here's the pitch to Matthews. And that's going to be ground ball down the third. And that's going to be an E5. And Matthews is aboard here. How big is that 2-run homer now? Joe Adcock, who is still smoking hot. He is 1 for 3 today with an RBI double. He struck out his other 2 times, though. And that's going to be a 37. Pass ball PB3. No, he's a 2. That's going to be a rare play. A 16 on a 37 with a runner at first. 16 on a 37. And that's going to be a Ground ball back to the mound. And that's going to be a strike. I think a 24 ground ball back to the mound. That's going to be a double play ball. Griffith, a nice play. He fires down the short, banks over to first. That's a 1-6-3 double play. And that ends the inning, folks. To the top of the ninth we go. And the bottom part of the order due up here for the Cubbies. English, Herman, and Griffith. And Woody is 0 for 3. He has flown out the center twice and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that's going to be an E6 on Mr. Bancroft. So English is aboard here. Herman up now with a runner down at first. And Billy is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be against a 16. That is going to be a pop-up down the third rather. Matthews calls for it. Out in shallow left field, makes the catch. Griffith's going to try to bunt the runner over here, folks. Get him in the scoring position. Here's the bunt by Griffith. 26-12. That's going to be a nice bunt down the first baseline. Joe's only play is going to be to throw it over to Sweeney covering first. That'll be out number 2, but the runner's in scoring position now with 2 outs. And Carvington is up. He is 0 for 2. He's walked twice, flown out, and grounded out. And Field gets a hold of this one, folks. The Cubbies are going to add some runs to this score, that's for sure. That's going to be a double in the left field, and that adds another run. Braves couldn't afford that. So Phil's down at second now. That bunt paid off. Gets the run in. Phil down at second. Now Riggs is up. Riggs is 3 for 4, folks. 3 singles and a fly out to center. And that's going to be a base on balls. Vic can't get out of this inning, folks. 2 outs, and he's struggling. And here comes Wilson. Wilson has hit 2 homers in this game. And first and second with Vic on the mound. Hack 2 for 4, 2 homers, and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's probably going to be it for Vic. Let's see here. Righty's coming up. And who are they going to bring out of the bullpen? Bryant's going to come out of the bullpen as Vic can't get out of this 9th inning. Already 1 run has scored. Where's that at? There he is. Ed Bryant, this is his 3rd appearance. He's got no record, a 3.6 ERA going up against Kiki Kyler. Bases loaded, no place to put him. Braves need to get out of this. They're already down by 4. Kyler is 0 for 4. He's grounded out, flown out the left, flown out the center, and struck out. And he's not done yet. Base is juiced, and Kiki Kyler squares it up. The Braves bullpen is imploding, folks. That's going to be a double in the left field. And that's going to score probably 3 runs here with 2 outs. With Wilson at 12. Yep, that's going to be a bases clearing double. And just like that, it is now 9-2. And the Cubbies have busted this game open as the Braves bullpen cannot handle it. Still a runner down at second and 2 outs for Gabby. He's 1 for 4. Flown out the center twice, singled and grounded out. Oh, sounds good. Legend says he's going to try to do a baseball game after he gets off work. And they're still not done as Gabby squares this one up, folks. Geez, you Pete's, the Cubbies can't do no wrong after 2 outs. And that's a double in left field. And that scores another run. And it's 10-2, good buddy. Everybody gets a hit with 2 outs. That is 5 runs here in the 9th inning. Ernie Banks, he is 0 for 4. Grounded out the third twice. Reached on the fielder's choice and struck out. And that's probably going to finally end this inning, folks. That's going to be a pop-up down the short. Dave camps under it, out in shallow left field. But the Cubbies bust this game open with 5 runs in the 9th. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Griffith's going to try to get a complete game out of this. Got Berger due up. Followed by Bancroft and Dale. And Wally's 0 for 3. He's popped up the short twice, reached on a fielder's choice. And he gets a hold of this one. That ball is high. How far is this one going to travel, folks? And that ball is out of here. And the bullpen disappointing the Braves, but Wally's fighting back. The second homer of the game makes it 10-3. Up to the plate steps Dave Bancroft. He's 1 for 3. Singled, grounded out, and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And Wilson's got it for out number 1. Up to the plate now is Dale. And he is 0 for 3. Struck out twice, flew out the left. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. That's the old hat trick for Dale. Now the Braves are down to their last out. He's going to come out of off the bench here against Griffith. And it's going to be old Powell. It's going to come out of the dugout. Braves need a lot of base runners, folks. Ray steps up to the plate here. He is 0 for 3 on the year. Can Ray get on here? And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Griffith strikes out the last 2 batters to end this game. The Cubbies beat up on the Braves 10-3. Look here at the box score. Had a hell of a game going until the 9th inning here. So the Cubbies get a split. They win the second game of this 2-game series. It was the Hack Wilson show until the 9th inning. Cubs 10 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. The Braves 3 runs, 7 hits and 1 error. Stevenson was 3 for 4. And Hack Wilson 2 for 4 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Look at the Cubbies 4 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Only left 5 men on base. Very productive. Duffy was 2 for 4 for the Braves. Matthews 2 for 3. And the Braves 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They had their opportunities. Left 5 men on base. Griffith picks up his second win, goes the distance, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 7, gave up the homer to Wally in the 9th inning there. Lefty Tyler picks up his first loss. He goes to 1-1 on the year, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 2, gave up a homer. Vic Wiles comes in, pitches an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 6 runs, only 2 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 2, and gave up a homer. And Eddie comes in, Brandt pitches a third of an inning, 2 hits, 1 unearned run. And that's your ball game, folks. Let's take a look here at the standings after this. And the leaderboard. And now you got a 3-way tie again for the National League. Pirates, Dodgers, and Braves. Cubbies, Giants, and Cardinals are a half a game back. The Phillies a game back. And the Cincinnati Reds a game and a half back. And Paul Warner's now leading the National League with a .409 average. And Hank Aaron with his 4 homers and 13 RBIs leading the National League. And all these pitchers with no ERAs, you got 4 pitchers now with 2 wins as Griffith joins them. And Don McMahon with 2 saves. Right now, Hank Aaron's leading the MVP voting. And Vance is still leading in the we'll call it the Best Pitcher Award. I want to thank Ken Castro and Legend Sports Universe for stopping in here this afternoon or evening. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that bell. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, you all have a great evening and take care.